foundations of astronomy. They saw the planets as representations of their gods. Jupiter was Marduk, the patron god of the city of Babylon. Venus was Ishtar, the goddess of beauty, fertility, and war. Saturn was Ninurta, the god of farming, hunting, and healing. Mercury was Nabu, the god of wisdom, and Mars was Nergal, the god of the sun and the underworld. Science carefully observed the movement of the sun, moon, planets, and constellations in the night sky and interpreted whether or not the stars carried a message. They noticed that as seasons changed, certain constellations would take over the night sky. 12 of these constellations would become what we know today as the zodiac. Astrology and horoscopes as we know them now come from the Greeks. Astrology was used in two ways, as a form of divination to inquire about the present, past, and future, and also as a form of exploration of human nature and their connection to the stars. This is the one we are most familiar with. The Greeks adopted this science but added another layer to it. For them, the signs were not just about the changing of seasons or the moods of the gods. Greek people thought that the ruling constellation in the sky brought with it a certain character, and so it affected the general mood of the months it reigned, and also the personalities of those born under them. Greeks then further added mythological tales behind each planet and constellation. This is horoscopic astrology. Each of the zodiac signs falls under a ruling element. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are earth signs. They're thought to be well-grounded and trustworthy. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra are air signs. They are thought to be all about communication and empathy. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. They're known to be highly emotional and sensitive. And finally, fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. They're known for, well, their fiery personalities. But can the complexity of human nature really be summed up by when a person was born? Remember we said you also had a moon sign? Well, you also have a sign for all the other planets too. I guess we're about to dive into the second explanation. Most people are familiar with their sun sign, which is determined by the position the sun was in when you were born. So if you were born roughly between June 22nd to July 22nd, your sun sign is Cancer. But what about the position of other celestial bodies at the time of your birth? Do those count too? The answer is yes. In order to find out where the rest of the planets fell on the day you came to Earth, you need to get your astrology chart done. Also known as a birth chart, this table is essentially a map of where the stars and planets were, as seen from Earth, at the exact time of your birth. Here's your sun sign represents personality and character. This is why it is oftentimes taken as the most defining zodiac sign in your chart. The second most influential celestial body in your chart is the moon sign. This tells us about how we process emotions and could even give us hints about how our childhood affected us. So, for example, someone with a moon in Aries might feel a strong need for independence. Your Mercury sign represents wisdom and communication. Your Venus sign will define how you view love and pleasure in life. Your Mars sign symbolizes the driving forces behind your desires. Your sign in Jupiter will determine your ethical guidance. Neptune and Pluto both usually have signs that define an entire generation. Other important factors that influence your birth chart are how balanced your elements are within the chart, your north and south nodes, the patterns created by the planets on the chart, and even the angles formed between two planets at the time of your birth. All these give more clues about your past, present, and potential future.